Cannabis Smoke TV presents What is Marijuana? The earth is endowed to bring forth 1,000,000 types of plants, which are used in many different ways. We cannot but overemphasize that some of these plants are poisonous and not for human consumption. One of the useful plants Mother Nature has blessed man with is marijuana. Have you heard about marijuana? What's your opinion about marijuana and its uses? This is the story of marijuana. What is marijuana? Marijuana is known to be the dried leaves, flowers, stems, and seeds from the Cannabis indica plant. In other words, we can say the whole plant is marijuana. The plant is composed of the mind-altering chemical compound THC and other chemical compounds that are of the same functional group. These compounds are extracted for different use. In the United States of America, marijuana is the most psychotropic drug after alcohol. According to research surveys, the use of marijuana among young adults in the U.S. has remained steady in the past 2 years, and more people are beginning to realize that the regular use of marijuana comes with less risk. Although the legalization might have an implication on these results or conclusions. In what ways do people use marijuana? Joints. This is a common term among smokers. A joint is a hand-rolled that contains marijuana. Some also smoke marijuana in pipes or water, pipes also known as bongs. Vaporizers use a liquid marijuana extract. Marijuana can be mixed in foods. Examples are brownies, candy, and cookies. Tea is one great medium of having your marijuana. The extract from marijuana is THC, 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗃𝗵𝗵𝗲. It comes in various ways: a gooey liquid, a soft solid with a texture like lip balm, and a hard amber-colored solid. Health scientists have helped us know how marijuana affects the brain. When a person smokes marijuana, 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗃𝗵𝗵𝗲 quickly passes from the lungs into their bloodstream. The blood is the body's most functional transport system. Blood carries the chemical to the brain and other organs throughout the body. The body absorbs 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗃𝗵𝗵𝗲 more slowly when it is eaten or through liquid consumption. The effects can be felt within 30 minutes to 1 hour post-consumption. 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗃𝗵𝗵𝗲 acts on specific brain cell receptors that ordinarily react to natural chemicals of the same functional group. The activation part of the brain containing most of these receptors causes highness that people feel. Then the phrase like, "he's high" happens. The characteristics of being high are seeing brighter colors, mood change, impaired body movement, difficulty in processing information, and the rest. Where did marijuana come from? Marijuana is one of the most used plants across the world. It has a colorful history cutting across ancient China, Viking ships, and prehistoric hunters. The Vikings and medieval Germans used cannabis for relieving pain during childbirth and for toothaches. This affirms its importance in ancient medicine, disregarding the belief that the plant is evil rather than a blessing to mankind. The question now is, where did marijuana come from? This story will never be complete without talking about the origin of marijuana and how it became a global sensation. Cannabis plants are believed to have evolved on the steppes of Central Asia, specifically in Mongolia and southern Siberia, way back to 12,000 years ago. It flourished in nutrient-rich dump sites of prehistoric hunters and gatherers. The first record of marijuana medical use dates back to 4000 BC. It was used as an aesthetic. From China, coastal farmers took it to Korea and then India. From Asia to Europe, Africa, then South America, and North America in the 19th century. How did marijuana get to the United States? After a very long trip throughout the ancient and modern worlds, cannabis finally came to the United States in the early 20th century. It arrived in the southwest United States from Mexico, with immigrants fleeing that country during the Mexican Revolution of 1910 to 1911. Racism and crime stereotyping came with the use of marijuana for Mexicans. The plant was first outlawed in Utah in 1915, and by 1931 it was illegal in 29 states. In 1937, the Marijuana Tax Act put cannabis under the regulation of the Drug Enforcement Agency, criminalizing possession of the plant throughout the country. Today, cannabis is legalized for medical use in about 33 states with a doctor's recommendation. 14 other states have laws that limit 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗶𝗵𝗲 content. Also, the recreational use of cannabis is legalized in 11 states, including Alaska, California, Maine, Colorado, Michigan, Illinois, Massachusetts, Nevada, Oregon, Vermont, and Washington. The commercial distribution of cannabis is allowed in all jurisdictions where cannabis has been legalized. Overall, the use of cannabis remains federally illegal, while some of its extracts have been approved by the Food and Drug Administration for health-recommended use. Marijuana, medicine, and cancer. As said earlier, marijuana's use in medical practice dates back to ancient times. Today, 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗶𝗵𝗲 has several potential applications for cancer and other medical issues. Medical marijuana is used in the management of pain. Marijuana can work similarly to opioids and may have anti-inflammatory effects. Administration of both opioids and marijuana is used for some patients. Neuropathy, anorexia, tissue wasting, nausea, and vomiting are common complications of chemotherapy and other cancer treatments. Marijuana extracts have been proven to help ease some of these complications on patients after controlled and supervised use. Preclinical studies have shown that marijuana is anti-neoplastic, meaning that it slows down or stops the growth of certain tumors. Although some scientists have inferred that recreational marijuana aids the development of certain cancers, these theories have not been established. The labeling of marijuana as an illegal drug has greatly limited the research of its medical applications. More studies are needed to fully understand the exciting potential benefits to improve symptoms and quality of life for individuals living with cancer. Marijuana and the entertainment industry. In telling the story of marijuana, we cannot do without speaking of the entertainment industry, where successful stars have proven that marijuana is one source of inspiration for creativity. More and more celebrities are coming out in support of the legalization of marijuana for various uses. A lot of these celebrities have never hidden the fact that they are weed smokers. Bob Marley was a great reggae artist whose stances on marijuana was never a doubt, as most of his fans shared smoking weed as an identity. Most reggae artists are imitating the legacy of Bob Marley, and, therefore, they advocate for the legalization of weed and its recreational use among their fans. Megan Fox in 2009 told GQ that she hopes they legalize marijuana, and when it happens, she will be the first person in line to buy her pack of joints. Jennifer Aniston admits she smokes weed like other famous actresses, and she wanted not to be a judge because everyone has the freedom to do what makes them happy. Miley Cyrus, our favorite Disney child star, has made it clear that she is one of the famous cannabis users. Patrick Stewart in 2017 announced his support for a new initiative by Oxford University to research medical marijuana. Stewart, who suffers from arthritis, says he uses it to deal with his pain. He hoped by admitting he used weed for pain management, it would erase the prejudice, fear, and ignorance associated with cannabis research. The rap industry is a division of the entertainment industry dominated by weed smokers, and they have never lacked creativity. Snoop Dogg is extremely outspoken about his love of weed, and he has been known to light up on stage. Since he is not killing anyone, he feels he doesn't need to be judged. A few years ago, he launched his own brand of weed. The music industry and business empire queen Rihanna has always opened with her love for weed. The star, who originates from Barbados, says she doesn't want to feel like a victim if she's ever caught, so being open about what doesn't hurt is one thing she would do. Other celebrities who have advocated for marijuana consumption by being open about their love for weed are Charlize Theron, Cameron Diaz, Madonna, Brad Pitt, Lady Gaga, Seth Rogen, Jerry Garcia, Woody Harrelson, Whoopi Goldberg, Cheech and Chong, Willie Nelson, Matthew McConaughey, Steve Jobs, Jimi Hendrix, Kevin Smith, and Bob Dylan. Every 20th of April is a day weed smokers set aside to celebrate themselves. 420 is common slang among weed lovers, which came to be from the police using it as a code for marijuana smoking in progress. As more people are beginning to open up to the idea of marijuana being a very resourceful and important plant, more people are also investing their time and money into marijuana cultivation. Pharmaceutical industries now pay large amounts of money to lay their hands on this rich gift of nature. Even though THC can be synthesized in a laboratory, it is more potent when extracted from the plant. Recreational users of marijuana sell pot for a very expensive amount to their fellow users. Marijuana has been considered as an economy growth booster by some countries who would like to invest in it. Weed lovers are just like every other person, and they deserve to be loved. Marijuana is a blessing to humanity, so let no one make it a curse.